Hi there, my name is Doug Hilton. I'm here to talk to you about a book that I've written with Grandmaster Mantak Chia. Actually, it's our second book. The first book was called EMDR and the Universal Healing Tao. That was written quite a few years ago. And the focus of that book was talking about how trauma is connected to depression, anxiety, addictions, things like that. And then also described a technique that we developed together that was a merging of a Western counseling technique called EMDR with some of the practices from the Qigong system that Master Chia teaches, the Universal Healing Tao system. The second book is called The Tao of Addiction and Recovery. And there's some overlapping material there because addiction and trauma are very closely linked many times. But the focus of the book is different in that it's focusing more on addiction and recovery and talking about specific practices, many more practices from the same Universal Healing Tao system that can be applied in very particular ways to help people with addiction and to help them to stabilize and maintain their recovery. So the idea was to address addiction issues that can't be easily or completely addressed in residential treatment most of the time. As you could probably imagine, most residential programs, rehab programs, can only cover so much. They usually have a pretty standardized program because they've got a lot of people and they kind of have to provide them with something. So they create a standardized format to cover what they think of as being the most important pieces and as much as they can reasonably cover in the period of time that they have. Certain things can't possibly get completely covered in that time. And so in the book, we're talking about other things. For example, emotional self-regulation is a big emphasis in the book. So talking about how to manage your emotions, how to shut your brain off, how to stay calm, how to make yourself feel better when you start to feel bad, have a good sleep, all these different things. These are all really important. And when people can manage them in healthy, natural ways, then they're less inclined and feel less pressure to medicate in old ways that weren't so healthy. So we talk a lot about those kinds of things in there. The book, I think, is written in pretty straightforward language, lots of pictures, and we did as much as we could to make it like a treatment program in a book. It's not literally possible to do that, but as close as we could get to it, that's what we did. So I'm hoping you'll check it out. The book comes out November 11th, 2025, although in Canada it's probably November 12th because of Remembrance Day. But anyway, coming out soon. Already available for pre-order, and so I'm hoping you'll check it out, and I'm hoping you'll like it. Okay, thanks for listening.